Turned around, looked at her and said, "And did you go through an abortion?"
It's trauma bonding.
मेरे साथ मत करो भाई। नहीं यार, उसने ना बस मेरे लिए ही बोला यार कि cover your cleavage। क्या बकवास है। Never tell a story until you're over it.
I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am who I think you think I am. Welcome to P-Room Conversations. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking to an author, a host, an actor, and a beautiful human being who I think has reached the epitome of self-actualization. Kubra Seth, bringing along her Cuckoo Ka Jadoo. मैंने 10 बार सोचा कैसे शुरू करूँ ये conversation, you know.
Yeah.
And then I was stifling into my memory and I thought of this cold Delhi winter night in 2018. Okay. It was a Diwali party of one of our common friends here in Delhi. And Sacred Games season 1 just was fresh out of the oven, and you know, this whole Kubra magic was shining bright. I mean, Cuckoo magic was shining bright.
Listen, I have to tell you this. The Delhiites were freaking enamored. Okay, they were like celebrity aa gaya. Okay, sorry, continue the story. So it was a Diwali party.
It's a Diwali party of one of our common friends. Thand hai Delhi 2018 December, November, you know, Diwali time. And I'm there with somebody else. We've never met. We've never spoken to each other. You know, I'm constantly like, my eyes are drifting into this other room. But there are lots of, have you been able to, no? Okay, cool. I like this. I like this. And you know, my eyes are constantly drifting in the other room, and a bunch of, other accoladed actors from the industry. And then I see you. And I'm like, yeah, this girl is bloody owning that room. You know, there was this joy, there's energy that you bring, and like, you know, that you're just present. And literally, this is the first time I'm actually witnessing you in person, right? And we've never spoken to each other.
No.
And I'm constantly like looking, and you know, this curiosity that you're radiating, and this light surrounding you which says that, hey, you know, I'm someone now. Like, you know, had that little cockiness, if I'm, for the lack of a better word, no, I think that is the right word. And now you're leaving, and मेरे 3 पत्ती टेबल के पास से you're leaving, and I was playing and with my then boyfriend, and we both of us said hi to you, and you didn't say hi back to me. You're like, bro, I love your earrings. And that's it. हमारी उसके बाद कोई बात नहीं हुई because you know बहुत सारा शोर था, पार्टी चल रही थी.
Wow.
And that's about it. And this was 2018, and cut to 2023 last year. That's, you know, the last time I remember you were all decked up, looking pretty, and
Like in the middle of Bandra, I was walking with one
you
Ghagra
were
and all
posing for the paps outside, and I happened to walk in because I had a pop up there, you know, and then you look at me and you know, you give me this warmest, tightest hugs. Ek to your hugs are like something else. Now I'm talking to you on the phone for the first time properly, and like Guri. And nobody's ever called me that, by the way. Okay?
I do this. I waste no time. I like people. Come on over. This is,
yeah.
you know, like I'm really looking forward to this movie Inside Out too. I am freaking joy. I really embody that. And I don't know. I'm just so happy to hear that, you know, the little that I know you, when I would have said, nice earrings, bro, you must have said, isn't it, bro?
Yeah. I probably did that body language to you because
Yeah.
you could not talk. बहुत शोर था.
Yeah,
you know.
So I think this whole energy receptive field that we have, I feel like when we tap into it and we have the courage to say good things to people, when we have the courage to connect through a smile or, you know, a kind word, I think that itself is one of just the ways with which you can live your everyday life. Like I read this quote today, gratitude makes optimism sustainable. Gratitude makes optimism sustainable. Yes. So
Took me a second, but yeah.
yeah, and this is said by Michael J. Fox, who's got Parkinson's. So a man who can't stay still,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
also-
yeah, I think that's something that I resonate with.
Yeah. No, I think that was the highlight of my night back in 2018. But anyway, I want to start with the conversation with बचपन में I used to be very scared of cockroaches. ठीक है, सबसे बड़ा डर था मुझे. I was petrified. You know, cockroach दिखता था मेरी रोंगटे खड़े हो जाते थे. Like I was extremely terrified and phobia था मुझे. And I was very close to my nani. She literally practically brought me up. And you know, इस analogy को लेके वो मुझे हमेशा बोलती थी कि पुत्र डरन तो नहीं डरदे है. Punjabi, which essentially means that
Don't fear.
don't be scared of being scared. Exactly.
Sweet.
Right?
I like.
And that sort of became like this life narrative. So, you know, some learnings you keep from people who said it in a very good light, you know, and you remember them, right? So this one thing just stuck with me, and I feel like you've unflinchingly championed this skill, you know, because I've read each word of the book probably twice. You know, some chapters I've read more than twice because it's just I could relate to so many different aspects of it directly or indirectly, which will come to, you know, as we have this conversation. So
I
wanna-
appreciate you first of all. Like it just
I mean-
first of all, I think it's really important to tell everyone who's watching and tuning into this that there was no reason for me to
Aw.
deny being here. And I have literally flown down from Mumbai to Delhi. Chunky Pandey clothes.
Chunky Pandey settling pot.
48 degrees roughly outside. You know, I think we did this and then to just sit across you, Gurs, and to learn that you've learned so much about me.
Yeah.
And just the fact that, you know, you threw in the cockroach reference. And the truth is that as a child, I had this habit of eating off the floor. Just
I know.
anything off the floor. So I ate a kachwa chap once, and then
I know more
and
about
then
you.
I was dribbling like green things out of my mouth, and then my mother's like, "Nay, this," you know. And then one day I'm eating and make a really dirty face because what I'm chewing is really fleshy. And my mother's like, "What is she eating?" And she comes up to me and then she sees legs and wings. I was
We'll have to put trigger warning here, guys.
and then she started putting neem on the floor.
What?
Yeah, so then I ate neem
Okay.
and then I spat it out. That was the day. Again, now I eat off the floor like if a chocolate falls.
But like,
it's
wait,
done.
I was trying to say you eat
beyond
beyond that 5-second rule. I 5-second rule
5
is
second
right,
rule, yeah.
है ना उससे ज़्यादा तो नहीं ना?
Yeah, but who wants to eat a live cockroach? Because it was
Listen, I've had it worse, okay? I don't even know if I really want to like say this on the camera, but sure. Let's see. I was taking a bath once and there was this itna bada flying cockroach, okay? And I have like,
I'm a flying cockroach.
like I have like soap and shit, dude. Like I'm properly like bathing, okay? In the middle of my self-care journey in the bathroom, having a little existential moment with myself in the shower.
Oh.
And this big cockroach. And I stay alone, okay? So there was nobody else in the house, no maid also, nothing. Like nobody, no caretaker, nobody in the house.
Nobody, yeah.
You have no idea how I am alive today, okay? But anyway, can we come back to...
Let's
We were
move
so-
on from flying cockroaches.
Yeah, we're done. Like I'm literally having goosebumps.
No,
now.
it's not fun.
Yeah, we're not talking about cockroaches anymore. But taking the reference of cockroaches, you know, I said that, you know, you seem like you've championed this darne wala. Like, you know, I want to understand about your relationship with fear and how you've navigated around it through various experiences in your life.
I think I started seeing that I started noticing that I was able to move forward by making a relationship with the unknown. I was only 20 years old-ish when I sat in a
This is when
plane
you're Bombay?
from Bangalore to Dubai.
Got it.
First time I sat in a plane, I was 20 years old. So when I wrote this book, right, to just be able to recount that and to understand, Arey bhai, I've actually always had a relationship and a pretty decently healthy one with the unknown. But I think it started to emerge more clearly in my mind. Like, I'm not saying sitting in a plane for the first time when you're 20 or starting a life or a career or just I don't know, earning money that is yours, and you are accountable and responsible to spend it. That's also a relationship that you make, right? I think I didn't really discount any of that, but I started seeing that actual relationship through adventure for me. So I didn't know how to swim until I was 30. I learned how to swim. Then I started diving. Outdoors really, really helped in that manner. So staying away from my phone, which was like a hard stop, where you don't touch your phone because there's nothing to touch. There's no reception. There's nothing.
When you're outdoors.
That's it. You're
doing
outdoors.
all of these adventures.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And it's always like put away in your bag, and you don't really have
An option.
Yeah, for 10 days I've charged my phone once. So, so things like that, just the unknown. You don't know what you're going to encounter. It's for that moment to see.
Yeah.
When you're sitting at the edge of the boat and you're just about to topple over, there is, so the boat is like this much, right? But the distance between you and the depth is massive.
Yeah.
And there is this silence that goes into it, right? Even the topple over.
Yeah.
There's one, that fraction of a moment is very sacred to me. And I realized that the more I do it, the more comfortable I get with it. So I urge people to make a relationship with what they don't know.
Yeah.
Most people are kind of like vibing and jamming on what they know.
Yeah.
And that's one way to live life. Because then you just also knowing what you do and getting better at it is one way of life, right?
Yeah.
But I like to do things I don't know. I like to experiment. I like to, do things.
Which is what sort of helps you with.
Yeah, to kind of
Navigate
stay
fear.
Yeah. So, because I have this feeling of exhilaration when,
Yeah.
I've done something for the first time and then I want to do more of it.
Yeah. No, this is reminding me of my skydive.
Yes.
And I remember that I was at that point where I'm, the guy saying jump, and I'm 20,000 feet up in the air. I can see water, I can see hills, and I can see the plane. And this is with tandem, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Now I'm taking
Yeah.
tandem
See,
coaching, so I'm
that's what
excited about
happens.
that. But that was my first time, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck do I do? I'm like, oh, I need a tequila shot. And thankfully that was available. 20,000, because he's like, a lot of people say that they can't. And I
Liquid
had that
courage. Courage.
Liquid courage. So I had that one shot and I jumped, and that free fall, first 20-25 seconds. Uske baad the parachute opens, so then you're in that safe space, But that free fall, that time where everything is just unknown.
It's probably 25 seconds, but
Yeah.
the longest freaking 25 seconds of one's life.
100%.
I remember standing, my first adventure ever in life was a bungee jump in Macau. Right? And I stood there and they would keep like, oh God, that video is there somewhere on Facebook, right? Poor chap, at least count me down 3 times and then finally pushed me. I wasn't gonna jump. He pushed me. Oh man, it was the most
This is the first time.
exciting.
First time is
Yeah.
always like the most
Like
special.
literally your ankles are tight and you just,
Yeah, no,
I
can
was
imagine.
pushed.
Yeah, but they say that
I did stop screaming. Like even
you
after
did.
I screamed.
no, but they say that we're not scared of the unknown. We're scared of the known coming to an end. Okay, and when you think about it, it makes sense to me. So what do you think?
Very nice question. I feel on that thought that, when everything's a cycle, in my opinion, right? And you need to work towards the completion. Completion is the coming of an end to it. I mean, look at us. We live through night and day,
Yeah.
right? Everything comes to an end. But there is hope that it restarts again, right?
Yeah.
So one is hope, and two is to not live this moment thinking kal khatam ho jayega. Live in this moment for what it is, ताकि जब खत्म हो ना, you have good memories to look back upon. Because if you've been in a circle of something, it's impossible that it did not come with its share of memories, both memorable forgettable, remarkable, astonishing, something that just made you feel innocent again.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like when you go through that,
Hmm.
then you have something to look back whenever it ends. But when it ends, instead of living in this moment, think ab kal khatam ho jayega.
With that anxiety that ये खत्म होने वाला है, you know, तो
Yeah.
अब वो moment को भी जी नहीं पाते हो.
Fully. Yeah. So I think that's that. Must know this. I'm a trekker. I climb mountains, right?
Yeah.
And every time before you pack, there will be someone or the other who's like saying, dude, carry P safe. This time we carried P safe when we were flying to Kilimanjaro and climbing the mountain. That was like in February this year. So we use,
Of course.
you are a well-spoken off brand, a convenience brand, and you've seemed to gravitate towards a certain loyalty factor already
Yeah.
in this niche that you've created for yourself.
100%,
which is
like, I mean, I
freaking
think-
amazing.
Yeah, no, the brand holds this market monopoly, and that's a category that
How did you
takes
come up with it?
his wife Srijna. They were on a road trip, and she caught UTI because, you know, public washrooms, sanitization problem. Even if something looks clean, it's not essentially, you know, clean enough. And she got UTI, and I think that's where the whole idea came about. That, you know, we need to come up with a product which is
Yeah, for women.
portable. You know, it's something you can keep into your pocket, you know, literally spay anywhere you go, even if you're going in the fanciest and the best of the hotels, right?
Yeah.
It looks clean, but is it actually clean enough
Yeah.
for you to not be squatting,
Yeah.
you know, and exercising while you pee,
Yeah.
you know, and doing some strength training while you pee, and you actually sit on the pot, you know.
Very visual imagination.
Listen, we've all
I'm
been
going
there,
into
done
public
that,
bathrooms right now and
right?
squatting.
Sabne kiya hai.
Oh, so I understand. This is
Yeah.
where the
It
genesis
is
was.
that.
And I think it's pretty cool because, you know, when you do something that arises from your own need, from your own challenges, and you create a path that is true to who you are as a person, I think you create a way for others to follow.
Yeah.
And that is something that, you know, we usually tend to overlook as people. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, "Arey, wow, you become so successful." एक second, भाई.
Yeah. Yeah.
मेहनत तो लगी थी ना हम भी
बहुत
आए थे
मेहनत है।
बहुत मेहनत लगती है यार बहुत कम वो अलग है ठीक है there's
नहीं,
no
नहीं।
बहुत कम
और
क्या होता है
बहुत कम तो
मेहनत
बहुत
लगती है
subjective
यार
है यार, मतलब बहुत कम
वो क्या होता है
how
बहुत
can you
कम?
define that
Yeah,
anyway,
exactly.
right?
थोड़ी ना ये है कि
Absolutes
मतलब
में नहीं होता ये सब,
you know it's not a weighing scale
100%.
it's not
I want to talk about a little bit of that time, you know, where in your book you read, you shared that you were this green-eyed, you know, curly-haired girl from Bangalore, who was not exactly a child prodigy. You know, she was timid, she was introverted, she was bullied by her classmates. Also, you know, you belong to a little bit of that conservative family, raised by a single mom, and I want you to talk a little bit about how your birth givers played a role at that point to probably trigger that launch of Kubra 2.0.
see I've never shied away from the fact that my foundation the building blocks to who I am today were laid very firmly in hard stone by my mom. For sure. Like, I think it was much later when I was able to unpack a bit of her package, like her baggage as well. But that was because I was unpacking my own baggage. So I feel like my mom was a very young mom.
How old was she when you was?
19, 20?
Wow.
Like 19, I think, when she had me. So it's very young
Yeah.
to have a child. And you're a child, and God knows we know that.
Yeah.
Right? And today we're
We
fighting
do.
for our rights. Are we now?
Ah.
But I'm saying that at that time, I think, 40 years ago, agency for women wasn't as prevalent as something that we talk about today. So if you had agency, it came if you were raised in a matriarchal society. My mom was raised in a patriarchal society. When there is an imbalance between the financial structure and the way it's run, like the idea of a traditional family where a man is like the breadwinner, that's a whole different game to play. But in our case, it was my mom who had to swiftly change hands. And, the power dynamics changed swiftly. But that was also, a way to look at, because my dad had met with an accident which had left him bedridden for 2.5 years. Right? And this lady had, pledged her gold. She had done everything that she could have to make sure that I was so young.
Yeah.
Like, I had to choose between chips and cake at the bakery. So we used to do all of that, right? And I'm not trying to be like, oh my God. No, but
yeah.
I'm saying that was what it was.
Facts.
And we didn't realize it was, but it was never made to feel like that.
Sure.
It's like, hum garib hai. Nahi tha. My mom never ever encouraged a eye towards anybody else's belonging. Never. We were always content. Like, this is what we have and this is how we will live. And that, I think, was a fundamental shift in the mind, and I grew up with that fundamentally. So even when I was growing up, much later, when I found buoyancy, and when I was 13 years old, I learned, I learned the art of public speaking. I learned how to conquer that fear, which happened. We didn't even know it existed, right? But just that opening of the throat chakra to be able to say what you want.
Yeah.
Big deal. I'm a young girl who I think when I saw that openness, because I had also as a child experienced that closeness, right?
Yeah.
When I was able to see that openness, it brought me like trophies. There was recognition in the community. Shadiyon mein, like for example, my mom and I both would hang out in the chai and the pan counter where we would be speaking to all the uncles. And the uncles would ask, where's your education going to be? Where are you going to send her to college? Let me know if we can fund your education. All of this used to happen in my community to me. But that was also because there was some promise, I believe.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't go on to studying further. I did go on to work. But I carried that bit of self-confidence. Ki yaar, mujhse to ho jayega. And I think that came from my mom. My mom was very sure that they would be fools not to hire you.
Yeah.
Also, she, through my initial days of hosting also, she used to come. She used to be there. She used to watch
Back in
me.
Bangalore.
Yeah, she was my manager afterwards. Yeah, for 8 years.
She still does help you with.
No, my mom now is alhamdulillah independent. Like now she's finally moved to where she wants to live. She lives in Mysore. She's working on her own thing. She's an author herself. So she's moved. And it's good to see her independence, because I think there was a long time when our lives were interwoven. Where she wanted independence for me. Eventually I wanted independence for her. And then we just wanted to kill each other and be at each other's throats. And that wasn't helping.
Yeah.
But it takes adults to figure that out.
100%. And I think distance always helps, when you kind of isolate yourself from that particular situation and take a step back and then take a breather.
Nobody tells you that, but therapy helped me with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't beating myself up, and that was an unknown as well. I didn't know how to do things without my mother. She had built everything for me. Everything was on autoplay.
Yeah. But anyway, I most of the book I could read through, but this just froze me. And I literally had, I'm not even kidding, I had shivers down my spine, okay? And I'm not trying to sound dramatic, but I'm going to read this one paragraph that he drove down and took me with him to the hotel. I remember him putting his hand under my chin and lifting it up, looking at my swollen eyes. I was shocked and confused, but I couldn't utter a word. This was not supposed to happen, but it was happening. I should have screamed, but I could not. I should have run for help, but I was shell-shocked. The kiss grew. He held me until I couldn't move anymore. He convinced me that it was what I wanted, that it would make me feel better. He kept repeating it until I felt defeated, and then he unbuckled his trousers and penetrated me. I was unsure of what exactly was happening, but I remember thinking, I'm losing my virginity.
We can give ourselves just so many excuses about, bad things happening to good people. That's one of the common excuses we give ourselves, right?
You're all of 17, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know better. I didn't have a more secure environment. And I'm not there now. And that is gratitude. I knew when I had the chance to walk away, I could walk away. Because when I met this man again, standing outside that mall,
In the
outside that store in Sharjah,
Yeah.
right, when he was there, and he said, "You don't belong here." क्या चमका था यार तारा कि yeah, I don't belong. Neither do I belong in this coffee shop, nor do I belong with you, because that was a hellhole, as is this. So I was able to make a recognizable pattern, and I said, "No, I'm not going to do this anymore."
But it went on for 2.5 years. And
Yeah. But you know, it's also called, so only when I understood it much later, I understood it's the Stockholm syndrome, where you are attached to your abuser. One, it's puppy love, you're 17.
It's trauma bonding.
It's trauma
puppy love,
bonding.
It's Stockholm syndrome.
It's Stockholm syndrome.
Until
when
you feel defeated and you start falling in love with that.
Yeah, and
You know,
I
what's
think there was
happening
no
to you.
escape for me. It was a really challenging time where you don't understand, because that was also the only place I found respite from everything else that was going on. And it's so hard to explain, but both emotions were real. Both emotions were happening at the same time. Like, I could not have a normal college life. I could not hang out with my friends. I had to finish college and hop into his Mercedes and then go and hang out with him. But my friends could not go to a FTV party, but I could go wearing a sequin skirt, because I could tell my mom that I'm going with so and so, and my mom was okay with that. So there was like this strange adulting in the non-adulting phase that was happening.
Yeah.
There was a sense of escape, and that only happens when you're fighting something.
Yeah.
And I was fighting every sense and every understanding of safety at this point, right? It was just survival.
So there was
when
this
you
sort of.
said, like, you know, your your birthing support system, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're there and you know that it's fractured and you can see. And it was a really challenging time for our family. And no, I did not have any other system. I also did not have the word abuse in my
Dictionary.
dictionary.
You didn't probably know what that means either, right?
Who am I going to say? Who's going to believe me? He
But-
was my relative.
But did you not know? You knew something wrong was happening and it was like an escape.
In those moments of despair, as you said, I would want to like break away. It would be I have seen myself be really mean to me and to him. Yeah.
And you didn't think that, hey, I'm going to go tell my mom, because that would sort of
It would
dismantle
be
the
a
whole
threat,
structure
and I
of-
must tell you that threats are usually compromising. Like, you really never really work on them. When you don't have your own voice, you don't really carry out a threat if you don't have your own voice. So it would be a threat.
Yeah.
I'll tell my mom. Ooh, no, I'm not going to tell my mom.
Yeah.
I never did. I told her much later, when I had my voice,
Yeah.
when I was my own person.
Yeah.
It was a big.
And that obviously happened when you left and you went, places, and then, you moved on from that chapter of your life and sort of gave that closure, and then that's when you're like, okay, now I'm ready to talk about it.
Yeah.
To probably the first person that matters, which is your mom, and then you eventually decided
No, I think by that time I'd spoken about it to enough people. I had said the story, so I knew how to build the story. It wasn't therapy at that time. It was therapy much later.
when is the first time you took therapy?
Therapy for me started in 2018, 17, 18 is when it started. It was fab, man. What great timing, because in a really twisted manner, COVID required so much of it
Oh, yeah.
to happen, and to keep things going for me. The book wrote itself during. I thanked my therapist. Ayahuasca I wrote about is something also that helped me write the book. But then just the openness to kind of relive everything that happened, but not with a sense of judgment, but with a sense of बताओ भाई सीखा क्या है.
Letting go.
हाँ नहीं मतलब ये हुआ क्यों, ये एक बार देख तो लो, समझ तो लो. I think letting go as an act it cannot happen if you've not resolved it.
Yeah.
What is this? क्या है ये कि नहीं मतलब you try eating कच्चा खाना यार, तुम्हारा पेट खराब होके ही रहेगा ना. तो what is this? You can't digest something, you can't let something go if you haven't processed it. So allow your body, allow your mind, allow time to freaking heal you. Go do whatever. And this is where we were talking, right? Like earlier, just at the beginning of this, we were having this chat. We depend on our friends so much to be our therapists, but it's not a one size fits all.
Not at all. Everybody
exactly आपको जो सीख मिली है through your problem, which you have figured out, will not be the solution for someone
most
else.
likely will not fix your problem.
But when you meet a professional, that person has many such like sample points due to the data that they have accumulated through knowledge and education that they have. So medically they're able to pick out of the spectrum and say, take this option. And then it becomes a process of you unraveling your own mind.
Absolutely. And even after that, there is a hit and trial that goes on to figure out, So even after coming from an expert who's supposed to practically do this is their job.
Your expert is not telling you,
right?
Hey, pink is better than white.
Yeah.
No,
not at all.
See, all these shapes
पिंक
are
भी
there.
है, रेड भी है, येलो भी है. मुझे लगता है रेड और पिंक ज्यादा जाएगा तुम्हारे प्रॉब्लम के साथ. दोनों ट्राई करके देखो and see for yourself how you feel.
And then if you don't try,
you will never know.
You'll never know.
That's my favorite
and
quote,
when you
by the
know, you can never unknow.
Oh yeah.
Tapped into like a version of me that I really like. So it's not there for your approval. It is there for my approval and my own defenses being so low that I'm willing to learn.
Oh,
so not that I'm not open to your suggestions. Please do. But the beauty is that I'm aware that I am on the selection team of the choices I make. I am head of board.
मतलब मैं सुबह से सोच रही हूँ कि जैसे आएगा ये मैं पूछूंगी. बहुत सब लोगों ने I'm sure reach out किया होगा when you put the book out there, and specifically the sexual abuse part of it, right? So I'm sure a lot of people could relate to it. A lot of people would have had similar experiences.
Yeah.
Of some sort of assault or harassment or abuse within their families or within the workspaces. तो कैसा लगा? Did you find that a new sense of purpose when you recognize that there are a lot of people relating to it, even though that wasn't probably your agenda, but did that make you feel like, hey, okay, this is a new purpose altogether? Through the courage and the bravery that I'm, probably demonstrating for myself, or probably you did it for like more therapeutic reasons, I feel like more of a release, right?
So I have this answer, right?
Tell me.
So I once asked my very dear friend who's also a tarot reader, I asked her, I said, Jay, her name's Janvi, I asked her, I said, Jay, tell me what's the purpose of my life here? And she said, Guruji says that, are you a piece of equipment? Are you a machine? That, you have a purpose. Like if you're a washing machine, your purpose is to wash the clothes. If you're a dishwasher, your purpose is to wash the dishes. I feel when you're entirely living the moments of your life, which we were speaking about, authentically, that becomes, like for me, I've cracked it that living my happiest, most joyful life is my purpose. Now, in the middle of that, when I share this story, right, I feel my purpose there was done. My purpose was to put my story out there. That's it. What happens when people read, associate, learn is that what I've received in terms of response is that they aren't alone and neither am I. Now we don't need to do anything about that.
Yeah.
We just know that we are not alone.
And you've done the act already. No? You've done the
Knowing
act.
that you're not alone is another freaking strength. Like, for example, I'm a new, I'm newly inducted into the girlfriend club.
Ah.
So
I will talk up more about
yeah,
that.
I wanted to have girlfriends in my life.
And you never
in
did.
the dawn of 2023. I said, yeah, I need girlfriends. I don't have. So, be cool. And I'll introduce you to girlfriends. And funnily, I always had girlfriends. I was just not in that space
Yeah.
to like share or have banter, or I was just very like do. When I started being, things changed, right? And I started enjoying conversation and random banter. I just realized that I've connected with all these women because they're strong. But we all have different experiences that define our individual strengths. How am I supposed to learn of how someone else is strong if I don't let them in through their stories, right?
Yeah.
So what happened is when I shared my stories, people and girls and women opened up to come back and share their stories. And my purpose does not continue from there. My purpose is over. Now I am already living, my moments by, just like continuing that conversation and saying, see, here we are.
Yeah.
और you'll get there. अब उसमें purpose क्या है यार, उसमें तो मैं जी रही हूँ.
I'm human, and just being present and living this life and is my purpose, क्योंकि मुझे इतना existential crisis होता है, so it's it touched me here a little more personally than it should have, where I'm like, I've always like, oh, what's my North Star metric? There's different, all of these like, jargon that we've sort of made around this whole idea of
I have a
purpose.
jargon, chillax.
Chillax. That's also something that very beautifully reflects in the way you wrote. Okay, so now I really want to sort of touch upon that. There is this tone, you're talking about really heavy shit. Okay, sorry, but you are. These are life-altering things that have happened to you. And there's this sense of dark humor, wit, sarcasm, candor, self-deprecating humor. You're making fun of yourself itni bari beech mein, and it's beautiful. It's very unconventional to communicate in this way with the things that you're talking about specifically, right?
You're so cute, yeah. I want to go back and read my own book again. Yeah.
And my point is that there is a sense of innocence with all this emotional maturity and this, so to say, this currency of self-awareness, which is something that is your superpower, So, kya, in simple words, it's like you're playing with life. You're living through life and you're playing through life. It's a game. You're learning how to pick yourself up again and again and again. How do you do that? What's that one, anchor that you have which makes you just start from scratch again and again?
And I know I've succeeded before. And I know I
How
can
did you do
succeed
the first
again.
time? When you didn't
That
have a
time you
reference
weren't
point.
sure, na?
So
But it just
happened.
happened. And I think it always happens, when you're not focused. कि यही होना चाहिए. Like I'm reading a book right now called The Expectation Theory. And in the book, he says you're closer to the results, the closer your expectation is to the real time outcome of it. Right? We built our... अब यार सिंपल सी बात है, आपको पता है कि पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट बी जाने में आपको 20 मिनट लगेंगे. प्लान योर डे दैट वे. आपको पता है कि 20 मिनट ही लगने और आपने हायर नंबर ही दे दिया, ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. फिर आप 20 मिनट कंप्लेन मत करो. Fucking laud yourself and say कि देखो यार मैंने अपना दिन ऐसे प्लान किया कि मैं 20 मिनट आराम से कुछ और कर लिया मैंने, और मेरे को इतना ही टाइम लगता है पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट बी पहुंचने में, और मैं वहां पे भी 5 मिनट पहले पहुंच गई.
अगर मैं बोल के चलती दिमाग में कि नहीं
कि
तो
यार
10 मिनट भी क्यों नहीं पहुंची मैं.
माय गॉड, अब दिस ट्रैफिक यार 21 मिनट हुए तो भी ट्रैफिक है, 15 मिनट हुए तो भी ट्रैफिक है. अगर उस दिन बोलो हॉलिडे निकली और आप 8 मिनट में पहुंच गए तो भी आज ट्रैफिक नहीं था यार. You know,
Yeah.
आपका फोकस हमेशा गलत ही जगह होता है. तो Guneet Monga, who is
I love
the
her.
pride of our country, she says ऐश करना एक कला होती है.
सबके बस की नहीं है.
करो यार ऐश, यही तो करना है.
Yeah.
और क्या करना है.
That sense of abundance वो अंदर से आता
Yeah.
है. हाँ.
या
काफी.
आप जितना फोकस करो, एंड आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि बुरी चीजें नहीं हो रही हैं. आई एम सेइंग टू बी एबल टू लुक एट इट एज समथिंग दैट डजंट वर्क फॉर यू पर्सनली, बट how can you see, either you fix it, it's in your control, or it's not in your control, and you work your way around it, right?
Yeah.
But trust me, either or of the situation, the acceptance of it not being in your control, or two, I know I can fix this, are easier places to reach than to live in the limbo.
Yeah.
कि मुझे कुछ करना है मगर मैं कर नहीं पा रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
ये जो गेम है ना, इसमें ज्यादा टाइम जाता है भाई.
बट वो लिमिनल स्पेसेस में भी तो होना जरूरी है ना.
होना है यार,
In
बहुत
between spaces, because life is not binary and
तो
nothing
मगर
is going to be
डिसीजन तो आपके
absolute.
हाथ में है ना. The longer you choose to stay in the binary, at
simple.
the end of the day, there are so many scientific ways and also beyond science, spiritual ways to keep yourself in check. And all of this is about creating a mental mindset which is healthy and serves you.
And if you had to point me to the 3 tools for anybody who's probably listening to this conversation and trying to take something more tangible, actionable, what would be those 3 tools that, hey, listen, this is what might work? Something to just reflect on.
So first thing is breathing. I have realized that anxiety and panic attacks can be well detected in advance by paying attention to your heartbeat and your breath. So when you realize that, like, okay, so someone explained this really beautifully, right? Before making a decision, always notice if you're breathing from here or you're breathing from
Your
here.
diaphragm, yeah.
So when you're breathing from, don't make a decision.
Yeah.
When you're able to breathe from, that's when you should make a decition. So
And that's literal science, just by
that's
the way.
one.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, joy is real. It's real. And it can be tapped into with gratitude. You can be grateful for the simplest things in life, and that will bring a smile on your face. And you just need to try it more than you already are. Don't wait for a moment to make you giggle. Look around you and connect with human force and human life, and you will find more than one reason to be grateful, which in turn will make you more joyful. That's 2. जो हो गया खत्म. अच्छा हुआ बुरा हुआ, एनालिसिस, एनालॉजी, ये वो सब बात की बात है. पहले तो एक्सेप्ट करके हो गया, अब क्या हो गया.
उसके बाद का प्रोसेस दोबारा चालू होगा.
अब देख लो भाई, मेरे साथ मत करो भाई.
ऐसा लगा था जब when you were single-handedly managing your whole abortion situation.
हाँ, हो गया. I never spoke about it for the longest time to anyone, man. No one. I remember going to meet a friend, a girlfriend even, at lunch, and my girlfriend can be a bit dramatic, I remember. So she went like, you don't need me, and you have not, and you said this about me, and you said that about me, and you don't catch up with me, and it was just a long list of never-ending rants, and I'm not very good with that.
Yeah. I relate to every word you said.
And I turned around, looked at her and said, and did you go through an abortion? The first time I ever spoke about it, and she didn't know if it was dark humor.
Yeah, because people would expect that out of you,
Yeah.
शेर आया शेर आ गया. That's what happens.
शेर आ गया. नहीं यार, सच्ची में आया, दरवाजा बंद करो.
For the longest time, even I had no girlfriends. I wasn't like this tomboy, but I was not interested in that, random banter and
Yeah.
And I don't know, and I'm not trying to demean this.
No,
Not
neither.
at all.
I just
I
didn't
love
understand everything.
girls. I just didn't understand.
हाँ.
And I was in that zone of hustle, productivity. So
This
I think
is
कहीं ना कहीं
very
मेरे
important for
unhealthy
that.
pattern था.
Yeah, this was
मेरा
very
भी
important for
unhealthy, है ना?
productivity. Very
है ना?
important.
कि ये सब लॉक कर दो. मुझे लगा कि ये सब लॉक कर दूंगी तो मेरा लाइफ में मैं ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव, मेरी डिसिप्लिन ये वो
नहीं यार, मैं ज़्यादा empathetic बना है.
ठीक है.
By having more human connection, I become more empathetic.
But that only happened like at
No.
the later stage, right?
No.
You know, why I relate to so much of how you felt, because even through the journey of so many things that you've gone through, you've always anchored, you've been your own anchor. You know, it's like, hey, humans have disappointed me. You know, there's this sense.
Hey humans.
You know, hey, humans. You know, they've disappointed me, and I don't particularly trust them with my secrets. Or I don't rely on them. I have come from that school of thought for the longest time,
yeah?
you know. Yeah.
Okay.
And I saw that little bit of that, you know, through what you wrote. It was underlying.
Oh yeah, I think for me, I've been a very trusting person of humans.
हाँ, trusting person.
Mine
but
was
धोखा
extra
हुआ?
trust.
नहीं,
I
ऐसा
have to do
नहीं.
so much that please let me down. Please. And now I've just been like, ठीक है यार, the ones
हाँ, तो
who have that integrity will always stay, and the ones who don't will leave. Don't mourn the ones who leave, my friend.
हाँ, वो तो declutter हो रहा है ना, अच्छी बात है, खुद से हो
Don't
जाता है.
mourn. Expectation theory, this book that I'm reading, it speaks about placebo and nocebo. Placebo in Latin means I will please, and nocebo means I will harm you. And when medicines and covers, for example, pharmaceutical companies wrote about side effects, there were 85% more chances that people got those. And where they said that you will feel healthier, stronger, brighter, people felt better and lesser of the side effects just by what they were reading. When they knew how they were going to heal, they were, so yeah. So placebo effect works. If optimism is placebo,
then just do it.
please do it.
Yeah.
If manifestation is placebo,
Yeah.
please do it. There seems
Yeah.
to be
Wake
theories
up
and thesis
every
around it
morning.
working. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Fail, no problem, but at
Yeah.
least try. It's the unknown.
Okay, no, but I want to come back to when you said that 40s, this decade is going to be, you know, application of everything that I've learned through the years. And there's so much that you've learned, you know, the life journey has been so unusual. 40 and single.
I'm not single. As of this interview, I'm not single.
What? Oh
Fuck,
my
I just said
god.
it. Yeah. As of
Oh
this
my
interview,
God.
I'm not. See, I'm someone who appreciates.
Wait.
See, I'm someone who has never shied away from connections that I make. I'm also someone who very firmly believes that for the longest time, the place that I was trying to find myself romantically or relationship wise in the world was a 30-year-old woman trying to date like a 18-year-old, because I lost those years of my life, right? I believed in this romantic freaking like, oh, you will be absolved of.
No, are you saying that
a-
you were always dating men who were younger than you?
No,
Or,
I've always dated men who are older than I, right?
that
But you
phase
know
of
the
life.
thing that I don't know about.
Chemistry.
See, it would be wrong for me in every way to, like, you know, generalize this statement, but I do have a very innate feeling that it is such a large sample, you know, specimen piece of this kind, where we are just conditioned to believe, okay, I met someone and that person has to do everything right for me to then dedicate my entire life to them, and that is my eternal sunshine of a spotless mind, right? Like, and none of this is bloody true.
Yeah.
Being in a relationship is work. Not burdening them with this untold weight of what you want in a relationship is not okay. 3, it was very, very important for me to understand what am I willing to give in a relationship, right? Now, through these many years of dating as an individual in the society, a very normal individual who's been on dating apps, who's been to bars, who's met people in like social settings, I have never shied away from meeting or dating. But I think I finally arrived at a place where I knew that, I want to date now because I do want to see myself in a long-term relationship. That sounds more doable than, I want to date you to marry you and have your children. One, I'm pretty clear on certain things in my life, right?
Like,
I don't know, maybe I choose not to have children. Two, I want to have communication. I want to have an adult relationship. I've come to realize how important intimacy, both physical and emotional, is for me as a woman. Now, until I don't address what's important to me, how am I going to find or attract that man? And I'm happy to say that I have attracted like a man like that, who's very, very new in my life, but I'm very happy.
यार मैं उससे स्पिरिचुअल इंटीमेसी भी चाहती हूँ, मैं उससे फिजिकल भी चाहती हूँ, फाइनेंशियल भी चाहिए, इंटेलेक्चुअल भी चाहिए. लाइक आई एम बॉगिंग दैट वन ह्यूमन for all my needs.
No, but
right?
you know what boggled me the most is that you ask someone, what are you willing to do for your relationship? And they'll say everything.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And they're also
I'm not willing to give everything.
Not at all, yeah.
I have me.
Yeah.
I have my own life. I do have my priorities, but am I willing to meet someone where I feel like sharing? If you find yourself in that space, like I was reading a book called How to Not Die Alone.
Oh my God, I've read that book. What a beautiful
Logan
book.
Uri.
Yes.
Brilliant. So it tells you whatever you've been doing, right? And you've been thinking that this is who I am. Try to do something else. Try to break away from what you've been doing regularly. But identify that that's who I would like. That's what. Find those traits till you find that person. And then this How to Not Die Alone, she talks about the 36% or the
38%,
38%, right?
yes.
Like the sample unit of the number of people you date, right? If you're by your 30s, 35, she says you've already gone through that. Now you know what you're looking for.
And you've gone through the process of elimination. So more than what you know what you're looking for, you know what you're not looking for.
Yes. So when you find someone who meets those, appreciate that person. When someone gives you something that you've never received, appreciate it and see it for what it is. And when you are, I was reading How to Not Die Alone, and when I met this person at a pub. Ha!
That sounds very poetic to me for some reason.
Imagine I met someone in a pub and she's like, it's poetic.
यार मैंने तो पूरी बुक पढ़ ली, मुझे कोई नहीं मिला और मैं तब सबसे सिंगल हूँ.
See, I'll tell you what. Right now it's Leo Venus. I'm supposed to find love, and I think it's just timing, right? That
कितना cool है ना, हम जब हमारे लाइफ में कुछ पैटर्न फॉलो होता है तो
this should become a meme, dude.
बोल देते हैं.
I'm telling you, this should become a meme. It's too much today. And if you don't celebrate, it'll never be 1 year. I'll tell you that. Let me tell you that. This is important information for the young girls dating out there. If you don't celebrate 2 months, you ain't celebrating. I celebrated 5 weeks also, guys.
You did?
I'm that person. I'm saying if you don't celebrate 2 months, you will never be able to celebrate a year.
So when Sacred Games came out,
you read the subtitles.
No. I read the book. First read the book.
No, did it hold up?
I remember sitting with Anurag sir and I'm like, can I ask you, one question, right? And then I'm like, your way of story, of course, I mean, I'm far away from the idea of understanding film and direction, and I have folks around me, so I probably observe, but I'm not directly linked to this part of the world as my profession.
Correct.
Right? So, which gives me honestly a leverage to look at it as a spectator, because I'm not into, I'm looking at it from a very outside, non-judgmental, and observing what comes to me naturally. Right? Like you're so much into it because it's supposed to be your
but
job.
Can I tell you something? I think the progress that I've made in my career, and I truly owe it to looking at it from an outsider's perspective.
I know. Like when you met up...
And when we talk about insider, outsider, right, it's reduced to such a stupid fraction of nepotism. I am saying look at it as a craft from the outside. It's the same thing that I did when I went to shoot Foundation. When I was shooting as an Indian, but my ethnicity had nothing to do with the ethics of working culture in the West. So just to be able to be an outsider in that sense, to observe the systems and the processes that people follow, to execute a program
Absolutely.
out there. It was very interesting. So I think when you keep that openness that we were talking about, it's a leverage.
it is a leverage, right?
It is a leverage. I'll tell you this, Anurag Kashyap,
He has his-
is a legend. I'll tell you why. He's been one of my closest friends. Definitely a wonderful man who I would, when you, like for example, I met Sonu Sood this morning, right? And he was somebody who I met on my first ever film. Like before I had moved to Bombay, I had a film called City of Life that released. I was still living in Dubai and I play a Bollywood diva in it.
Wasn't Ready your first?
That was my first Hindi film when I moved to Bombay. But before that, I had a film called City of Life, which is a multilingual Arabic film.
This research didn't show up. This is not even on your Wikipedia.
No, it's there, City of Life.
It is?
And Sonu Sood is the person who's playing a taxi driver, and he dreams of a Bollywood actress he's dancing with, and I'm that person. So it's a very quick 5-second blink and miss role. But that was my first thing. So I met him this morning while coming to the podcast, and I told him, you are easily in my favorite people's list, but I have a lot of favorite people. I am very grateful to a lot of people who've come in my life and given one moment of bliss that you've carried forward, right? But I said he's in my top 10. Anurag Kashyap is also in my top 10. Because for someone who's doing such a big thing, to make it appear like it's life that you're living, and to give it that perspective and to believe that I'm going to work around your handicap. I didn't know what it meant to say a line looking straight into the camera and assuming that my entire audience is across that lens. He taught me how to do that with calmness.
Wow.
I never knew how to do that. I didn't know how to look at a point beside the camera lens and deliver a line or just stare there. It was because I was a host. And my entire audience used to be in front of me alive. So I would do this. I wouldn't be able to listen as my handicap because I was present for an audience that was a spectrum.
Correct.
Right? And now my audience was through that lens.
While there is a commonality of performance and stage, I feel like both your role as an actor and your role as an MC or a host, you're performing and you're practically on a stage in different ways. But being on stage where there's a live audience there's a loop of immediate feedback.
Immediate gratification, instant gratification.
While as an actor,
you wait endlessly and you don't know what the outcome is going to be. So then I look for law of averages and to appreciate that and to know that you averaged out like the mean median mode of your performance because you're human. And if you look at it across the board, like I was able to assimilate that as a learning when I saw this show of ours called Sheher Lakhot that came out. When I saw that, this was a character that was spread through the show, right? There are moments in the show when I look at it and I see, that was probably not the most truthful part. But when I look at the show as a large, like as a whole, when I look at it, I see, but I was able to maximize my truthfulness in so many more places. And then you are less brutal to yourself. Because I've heard this, right? No, actors are very self-deprecating. They look at their work and they're really like, I can't see my work. I like to see my work.
You do.
Because when I see my work, I learn. Because I'm still looking at my work from an outsider's perspective. So I'm able to learn from it and I'm able to understand what can I do better. I'm learning. And I'm happy to be that person.
But you're able to orbit out and zoom out and look at it from a meta sort of consideration than just being into the situation.
Yeah, but that's what we did with the book as well. So if we can do that with life, then we can do it with our profession. We can do it with our relationships. We can do it with... When I say relationships, I don't mean people. I also mean with food, with trauma, with, everything.
That certain level of zen or detachment, specifically when we talk about the book and exactly what you said about, the way you go about your acting process or your craft. you know, even in the book, and that relates to all the work that you've done.
Yeah, but
I'm
you
gonna
didn't tell me.
to.
What did you think about the book?
No,
You're coming
yeah,
back?
I'm going to come to that. You know, so there is life-changing events that have happened, right? It's been extremely unusual. Okay, and I'm not giving you even that. I think everybody has drama in their life, everybody's life. So I'm not saying, oh no, you.
No, I'm not special.
Okay, no. Everybody has drama. If I start talking about my life and I'm
I am not
like,
special.
okay, but what I'm
Very
saying
important
is
to
that
know. Oh yeah.
पूरी book में कहीं पे भी there is no seeking of approval, validation, sympathy, and you're just seeing it like, hey, this is what happened. This is how I acted on it. This is what it made me learn. This is how it affected me. This is how I acted human about it. And that's how I moved on from it. So essentially, you're even in the book, while writing the book, while, you know, treating that as maybe like a therapeutic process of release, because it shows and I can feel it. And if I could feel it as a, you know, third person who was so attached to every word, but I could feel that little detachment as a writer. That was for me it. You know what I mean? Like, that was
You
for
were
me
so kind.
it.
Thank you. Thank you. In response to that, I will say this. I've said it before, and recently was 2 years of the book. So I found a story on my throwback story thingies on Instagram. I'm saying that when I saw that, I saw that post again. I realized this other line that Commune had taught me, because I became a storyteller thanks to Commune. This book happened because I had done a few autobiographical pieces for stage, and I had written all these pieces. So then it was broken down, ki, why don't you write 25 more pieces like this? It'll be a book.
Correct.
Kya baat hai? So then when we started writing, we wrote 100 stories and they became 25 pages, 25 chapters.
Yeah.
That being said, Commune taught me something very important, and it's a life lesson. So I'd like to share it. They said, never tell a story until you're over it.
Wait. But why not?
If it is a performative art, it's not supposed to make you go back into your own realm of thoughts. It's about you freeing yourself from your thoughts, and it's about everyone else receiving it. So you are free, as is the material, as are the people who read it, because then everyone is free. But the whole idea of weeping through your...
Wait, can you say that again?
No, I can't say it again.
Sorry, but everyone is free.
Everyone is free.
Yeah. Okay.
You are free because you told your story. The material is free because it's out there now. It's not yours.
Yeah.
Neither is it theirs who read it.
Yeah.
And now they're free because their own journeys have words
Yeah.
or representation. So imagine there's just a process of freedom through art, right? And you should only be in a position to probably explore your art when you are fully over it.
When you've cut that umbilical cord from...
It is very powerful because then you're letting the opposite person feel what they want to feel.
Yeah.
I'm not telling them in this book that this is how I felt, this is how I felt. Hey, this is what happened. Now you feel what you want to feel. मेरा feeling हो गया है. अब मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया. This is not by... मुश्किल था भाई, मगर किसके लिए मुश्किल नहीं है? सबके लिए तो मुश्किल है ही ना. आसान किसके लिए है?
I also feel like कि हम ना एक there's this community, specifically with this whole age of digitalization and this whole toxic culture of Instagram, there is this, I think we've started celebrating the idea of high cortisol levels. Stress है जी हमको, ठीक है? तो ये सबने ना एक I think ये चर्चा मुद्दा बना लिया है, you know, and I think you've also said this somewhere, and because I was listening to some of your podcasts and I related to that, and I thought I will definitely talk about that because एक हवा सा बन गया है, हम स्ट्रेस में all the time, है ना? तो how do you take that and what's your perspective?
One, I choose not to stress. And I say this with a lot of humility. I say stress लेने का नहीं, stress
देने का नहीं.
देने का. मैंने जो देना है मैंने देना है यार. आपकी मर्जी, आप लो ना लो. हर किसी का कहीं ना कहीं से सम ओवरफ्लो तो होगा यार,
सही बात है।
लाइफ है यार। तो स्ट्रेस तो मिलके रहेगा लाइफ में, आप ढूंढो ना ढूंढो, आपके इर्द गिर्द वो स्ट्रेस की एनर्जी है। लो मत ना, पता है वो स्ट्रेस है, क्यों जाके अपना सर डाल रहे हो उसके अंदर।
और आई थिंक ये बुक में भी है कि वरी करना और कंसर्न्ड होना, you know, तो I think it comes down to that.
Yeah.
Which if you can, I can put.
If I can figure it out,
Yeah.
let me be concerned. And it's just the vocabulary, right? That
Yeah,
you
there's
use
little
for yourself.
shift in the words, you know.
Like this morning, I met someone and I said, "Yes, I recognize you." The old me would have said, "I know you."
Yeah.
You don't know anyone, man. You recognize someone.
Yeah.
Use the right words.
Yeah.
हम ना आदि बादी फ्रैक्चर्ड लैंग्वेज को लेके घूमते हैं, इसीलिए तो जब हम शेर शायरी सुनते हैं, you know, when we hear words that have essence,
Yeah. Substance.
character,
Yeah.
they have depth. You
Yeah.
know, words.
Yeah.
One word has depth, right? Like when we understand the meaning of placebo, when we understand the meaning of nocebo, when we understand the meaning behind the words, they affect us.
Yeah.
So how we choose to use our words is really important. Like दिल में दिमाग में I gave myself a little, you know, applause.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, because and I think
I know you, man. No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. हाँ, मेरे पे भी ये दिन में ऐसे 10 बार आहा मोमेंट्स होते हैं, बिकॉज मैं वर्ड्स को थोड़ा ध्यान से यूज करती
Like psychology is a trip, man.
हूँ. It is a
आप मेरे को पूछ रहे थे ना, so I studied, and you haven't, and you're still an educator, and I think that calls for it.
It's just passionate.
That's what I'm
about it,
saying.
You know?
It's really
इंस्टीट्यूशन में क्या
important.
पढ़ा है, मैंने साइंस पढ़ा था, मुझे कुछ नहीं याद है. That probably did build up on my cognitive flexibility and my logical,
That's
analytical.
beautifully said. Cognitive
right?
flexibility,
Yeah.
and that is the strength of a secure and a high and a healthy mind.
Yeah.
When you have that flexibility, okay, no matter how bad things go, or in the perspective of my life and nature of things, no matter how good things may go, right, I will be there in equilibrium. I will hold my center.
Wow.
Once you find that,
Yeah.
like, so for example, I was learning the difference between flexibility and mobility. Mobility is when your muscle knows how to retract
Yeah.
from a movement. Flexibility is when you just can make a movement, but you don't know how to come back from it.
And then there's another word called adaptability. And then comes agility. So, you know, ये इतनी synonymously for
So when
words को use करते
yes,
हैं.
so when you connect your mind, when you connect your physical body and the way your body functions, you are, it's miracle, it's miraculous. And then I think through the process of this I've realized, यार मेरा अंदर खुद का काम इतना बाकी है, मैं क्या यार
जितना काम
दूसरों
करो
का
उतना
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी
उठा के
लेगा
बैठ जाते
यार, आप आ जाओ, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई हैव वेरी लार्ज शोल्डर्स, यस,
Yeah.
I'm pretty decent, Bazoom. No problem. There. Saying that it's easier to sort
Yeah.
your own issues because there are no greater answers than the ones you will receive for yourself.
बचपन में बच्चों को, like, this is Stanford theory, and I know this is a little off topic, but you know, since you were also very interested, I thought I'll quickly share this test called marshmallow test. Okay, some philosopher back in the day, I think some 1960s, 1860s, sorry, Stanford में एक experiment हुआ था. क्या करते थे? They will make one kid sit in a room. उसके सामने candy and whatever they like. So it could be a marshmallow back in the day. Could be toffee, ice cream, whatever they want. Okay, and imagine you're the kid. So Kubra, here's this marshmallow. You know you love marshmallows. I'm going to go outside the room and I'll come back in 15 minutes. If you wait and don't consume that, I will get you another one. ठीक है? And ऐसे ना different rooms में they did this experiment and वापस आए, so some folks had waited, some were crying, some were anxiety-ridden, restless बच्चास, some had already consumed, you know. ठीक है, तो उसके basis पे एक sample set बना, and then this theory just kept, like, they kept building onto it, and of course there are a lot of biases, you know. इसमें there are a lot of variables, right? You could come from a different economic background, so your behavior will be very different. You know, you could come from a very different kind of parenting. which could have a different effect on your decision making. That, oh, now you have certain agency, so you will act on and jump on it because you've never had agency back home. You know, your parents have never allowed you to make that decision. So this marshmallow test का build up होते as an adult, हम इतने jaded हो जाते हैं, we're so brain fogged with all the information, all the perspectives, all the pressures, all the जो भी बोल लो, you know, they're like thousand conditioning. I was just finding that word in my head. Thanks. So much conditioning that we go through that unblemished, unfiltered चीज वो रहती नहीं है, right? तो आज हम, when we say cognitive flexibility, to even go back to approaching a problem with the hypothesis that there could be another solution to it than what is conditioned by the society is a miracle, right? Because the flexibility has died down. We're in that mechanization of thought.
Yeah.
You know, same routine है, same routine, वही चलेगा, वही pattern है, हम अपने वही pattern को repeat करते रहेंगे. So that's what, like, I thought, you know, just add to it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And we spoke about this also in the beginning.
We did. So yeah, it's feeling like a full circle.
It's a full circle.
Full circle. We've come back.
We literally started with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you quick questions and you're going to answer quick. So it's not like essentially rapid fire कि एक word में answer करना है, but as crisp as possible. So that's about it, okay? So Kubra, are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah, okay. Okay, first question. If you had to give a new name to your book, what would that be? कुछ साल हो गए, you know, कुछ नया सीखा, कुछ नया ऐसे relate हुआ.
नहीं यार, ये correct है.
Correct है?
ये correct है.
Self actualization 101.
Correct.
मैंने एक नाम
And you should never fix what's not broken.
That's also true. Oh, wow.
ये correct.
Like, that was amazing. But I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Yeah, because I've read the book now. You know how much I've
I
dwelled into it, you know. Yin Yang YOLO.
Yin Yang YOLO. If I redo the book now, it's going to now sell with Gen Zs. If I do Yin Yang YOLO.
No, but listen, it has a very deep meaning to Yin Yang YOLO. Why are you
Yin
making
Yang fun? And you only live once.
Yeah, but Yin Yang, it's so deep.
You
it's absolute
only
binaries.
live once.
You only live once.
You only live once.
I think it's a cool name. Come on, validate me.
I validate you.
Yeah? To the camera.
I validate her, but the book is still open.
Teach a 20-year-old the art of being self-assured in one line.
Be you, everyone else is taken.
Perfect.
It's a used cliche, but there is no more truth to it than this.
Agreed. One song that defines your current state of mind towards life. Sing it.
हंसते हंसते कट जाए रस्ते जिंदगी यूं ही चलती रहे खुशी मिले या गम बदलेंगे ना हम चाहे दुनिया बदलती रहे. Not bad.
अरे वाह.
Not bad.
Wow, I put you on the spot and you showed up.
Not bad.
I love it. Yin Yang YOLO. Stage truly feels like your home to me. You know, whether you're emceeing, hosting, acting, or humanizing on Instagram. Define that feeling of home in one line.
It's where you are fully present. That's home. Like where you can just be you. That's home. And that can be anywhere in the world because through what we do, we travel a lot. So then I don't keep myself chained to one location and call it home. It's where I am. Entirely present. That's home.
So home is here. Beautifully said. Give me relationship or love advice as Cuckoo, the AI chatbot in Cuckoo style.
अगर तू मेरे साथ रहा ना तो लोग तुझे मार देंगे.
ये relationship advice
मगर तू बहुत बड़ा होना.
Wait.
छोड़ के जाओ भाई तुम लोग.
कभी-कभी
नहीं यार.
अपनी भगवान.
नहीं यार. कभी-कभी अपन को लगता है कि अपनी भगवान है. नहीं. I think relationship advice as Cuckoo is to be. I think I loved how proud Cuckoo was, and I love the line where she says, "जादूगर से कभी अपने जादू के बारे में नहीं पूछते, दुनिया से पूछ."
Wow, yeah.
ये हुई ना लाइफ एडवाइस, रिलेशनशिप एडवाइस. हमेशा अपने आप को प्रूव करने के चक्कर में मत पड़ जाओ किसी को प्रूव करने की जरूरत नहीं है भाई. You know, जो आप हो ना, अच्छे हो, बुरे हो, मीडियम हो, जो भी हो ना, दुनिया तो आपके बारे में वैसे भी फॉर्म करके घूम रही ओपिनियन. तो देखो, सुनो लोग तुम्हारे बारे में क्या बोल रहे हैं. उसको मैं नहीं बोल रही हूँ कि गेट अफेक्टेड बाय इट, बट दैट बिकम्स अ यार्डस्टिक फॉर यू टू नो हु यू आर. You know, and your closest friends will tell you that. And if they say it more than once, take it to heart, do something about it. Even in your relationship advice, like everyone has told me, you know, you're too much, but I can't be too little. But when you find someone who matches you too much, and who takes it with just, like, I remember the worst relationship advice I've received is that you two are halves. When you meet together, you will become full. Fuck off.
Bullshit. Yes.
I am full. You are full. We will meet. We will have fireworks.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
We are complete.
We are complete. Yeah. We are complete in our own ways.
Yeah.
So we balance each other. I feel that's the essence of a friendship. That's the essence of a relationship.
What are some personality traits or character traits you look for in a potential partner? Now that you do have a partner.
A person that I am seeking has to be extremely secure in themselves. And what do I mean by security? When a person allows you to be, and we've seen that amongst our friends, right?
Just allow you to be.
Just allow you to be. Wherein you are not sitting and putting a mathematical dimension to am I too much, am I too little. One who celebrates with you, celebrates you for who you are. And that will only happen if you celebrate yourself, by the way. You should know that you're celebrating yourself, and then you have bhagyadar to enjoy your own celebration.
ये नहीं वो आएगा मुझे खुश करेगा, नहीं
वो सिक्योरिटी एक आदमी में होनी चाहिए. ठीक है, एक चीज वो. दूसरी चीज, द पर्सन शुड बी एबल टू पे देयर बिल्स. मतलब उनको पता होना चाहिए कि उनका OTP कौन से फोन पे आता है. वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल भर सके. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है भाई. ठीक है, थोड़ी तो मतलब कि मतलब आपको पता है कि आपने अंडे खरीदे, आपको पता है अंडे कहाँ से आते हैं आपके घर में. एंड थर्ड थिंग इज अ profound deep sense of vulnerability. Vulnerability is extremely important in a relationship. You should be able to say the most stupid things on planet and just know that the opposite person got you.
It's a safe space.
And
it's no judgment space.
Yeah.
Because more than I feel like we want to be loved, we want to be understood. So when you...
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, there are certain generic conversations where, you know, you've been told men don't understand. No, I've been very fortunate. I've met a lot of men who understand.
Me too.
I have met a lot of men. I've met a lot of women who understand too, but it took me life and experiences to understand that they both receive information differently.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading somewhere that men process logic, women process emotions. But for a man who understands that I do not need to use logic here, I just need to feel what she's feeling.
Yeah.
Is phenomenal. That for me is a green flag.
I think all men should listen to that, and I'm not even trying to say it in a demeaning way. I feel
no, it's like very important. If you are trying to find someone, and I'm not saying that it's just women who are looking for partners, men are looking for companionship too.
100%.
I'm looking for companionship.
I'm looking for companionship.
Right?
No,
and when you have it, celebrate
Record.
it. And don't make I think, you know, when you start making excuses for your partner, like there was this very beautiful Instagram meme that I received, reel actually. One of the important questions that allow you to track down the ideal partner or to know if you're in an ideal relationship is the question where one is asked, do you feel proud of the partner you're with?
And that makes you think a lot, huh? This is a reflection question.
Yeah. Do you feel proud with the person you're with?
Yeah.
That's a very important question. If you're making excuses, maybe that's not the right partner for you.
Yeah.
Because we've been told na adjust. I mean,
Compromise.
Seema auntie also told compromise.
घर से शुरू होता है, मतलब बचपन से बोला जाता है compromise.
तो मुझे लगता है जब आप तभी आप ना ये एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग बात हुई थी. आई थिंक ये लास्ट बात है यार. हम भी बहुत बातें करते हैं यार, बहुत अच्छी बातें करते हैं, वो बहुत लंबी बातें करते हैं. But like I met a German friend of mine who ended his 17-18-year-old relationship. Right? Was married for 18 years, 19 years, whatever.
They broke out of it.
And they divorced each other. And I asked him, I said, what does it feel like? And he said, no, the children are now grown enough and they have their own lives. So my ex-wife and I decided that we are going to have our own lives too. So I said, what brought you to that? And he said that we stopped enjoying the concessions we got from each other. And I said, I've never heard any person in my experience to have used the word concession instead of compromise, because compromise has been given such a negative connotation. And he said, yes, because concession always feels like you win.
Yeah.
And when I stopped enjoying my wins, I stopped feeling like I was winning anymore. That's when we said, and she felt the same.
Wow.
That's when we said we're going to be kind and respectful to each other and walk away and have our own lives. And that was something that they left me with. So I'm saying that you can learn a lot from relationships that do not work. While you can see and learn from relationships that do work. So just be open.
I mean, two things. I'm going to definitely take that word back home with me and write in my journal. I feel like this word was somewhere missing and I felt the feeling, but I didn't want to give it a negative connotation. It was a negative, and so thank you to you and
thanks to my friends.
And second, it's a beautiful example of how failure can be, a fact information, and just treat it as a feedback rather than just like, always attaching negativity to it, right?
Yeah. If we can do that, I think we're pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. Last question. Any question you have for me?
If you were to write a book on your life, what would you title it?
I am, matter of fact, writing a book as we speak. I've written a few chapters, so I don't know if I'm going to publish it. For now, it's just mine. And
you are going to publish it. Continue from there.
I don't know a name.
It'll become a blog for all you care, but it's going to be published.
For sure. It'll become a blog for sure. Virtually, yes.
It's going to be something.
It's going to be something.
Yes. What's the name?
Probably as cool as this one.
What is the name of your book, Guri?
I thought I'll do like a proper announcement. This is not the right platform for it, ma'am.
She's calling her own platform unsafe, bro. It's
not
unsafe.
Okay, high five on this one. This is a good one. Listen, you've done full basty, okay? So I also want to say I don't want to announce it just with you,
Just with me?
Yeah.
I'll take money next time.
I will take money to announce it, when I announce it. I'm popular right now, but tab tak I'll be famous.
Amen, sister. Amen. See?
Manifesting this on this couch, yeah?
Right here.
Chalo, theek hai.
Thank you so much. I love it. I am so grateful this happened.
I am so grateful that
Thanks, man.
We just made this happen.
This was really nice.
Just a space that we were able to create. Energy. I mean, everything was beyond my imagination. I didn't picture this at all. And
neither did I, man. Like, I just knew it's going to be really organic, which is what we promised each other.
Yes.
That being said, I think I've just said some really new stuff here that I have actually never really thought of. So that was pretty good. Thanks.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, bye.